Guys, and welcome to the video. So it's been a few weeks now since we've actually done a test on the Ocusync. So in areas where there's lots of interference like today, you'll see from these charts that there's loads of interference. So how well does this Mini 2 handle this? Also, now we've got this new firmware. Is there any improvement? Is it worse? Is it the same? So let's go and have a little zoom around the neighborhood and check it out. We've seen from a previous video that the Ocusync 2.0 on the new Mini 2 is really good in areas of strong interference. So it makes such a big difference compared to that Wi-Fi based signal that we had before on the old Mini. So this is actually now just floating around the neighborhood, looks really smooth. It's also really windy today and I've got no wind warning, so I'm going to be pushing it in height a bit later on and see if we can get any wind warning messages and how it actually deals with those. But so far we're getting no problems. It's just zooming around nicely, but it looks really smooth. We're going to be having a look at the FPV mode as well, which we're going to be doing on a later video, but just see how well it does. So actually so far it's actually doing pretty well. It's stable, there's not much signal interference, and I'm actually keeping it relatively low at only 37 meters, so it's quite close to the houses. You're going to get a lot of interference, but in a real world test, you know, this would be impossible on the old Mini one, but now with the new Ocusync it's actually really good. When we do get any trouble hotspots, I'll increase the height, but so far it's looking really nice. What's also impressive is the wind. We've got 28-mile-an-hour gusts and we've had no wind warning messages, which is really well. But how does that fare? So we're going to keep on going now. We're going to fast forward a little bit and get over to the sea, see how well it feels with the wind there. So we're just approaching a tram track now, so there's going to be loads of interference coming off there. But as you can see, it's handling it really well. That signal dropped momentarily, but it's come straight back up to full strength. So let's continue over to the sea and we'll pick it up there. I do get now a signal dropout, so I'll just hover in place a little bit and I'm thinking about turning back, but as I'm doing so it regains signal again, so I'll just carry on. You can see there's a lot of lag and signal stuttering here, so just turn around, hover in place, but then the signals come back, so I continue. And something I actually spotted doing that, there was something little hovering about here, looks like a boat. So let's go and continue over there. We've got the 2x zoom now, so let's have a look and we'll get punched in to see what that boat is doing. What's also really good is in post you can actually zoom in even more. So this is what it's like in 2x straight from the drone, and then you can mess around it when you're at home and then zoom in even more. But look at that quality, you're still getting decent quality. This is from a drone in the air at 249 grams, able to capture footage like that from 63 meters in height. Incredible, isn't it? Really good. But what's not good is this happened to me. As I was turning back, that happened. The app just completely crashed. That's never happened before. So I've quickly have to then swipe back onto the app thinking, oh my God, what's going on? But luckily it then connects straight back to the drone the way it was as before. Well, that was really scary. That's never happened before. Has it happened to you guys before? The app just completely crashed. It didn't just go off. So I managed to get back onto that app fast, but then it actually retained that connection between the controller and the drone. I would be really wary if that happened on the Mini 1 with that Wi-Fi connection. So I just think with the Ocusync it's going to be a lot more stable and a stronger connection, and luckily it's regained that connection. Otherwise, Jesus, that'd be really scary. So it's shown today that the signal is really good in areas of high interference. It's probably just about as good as it was before. You're not going to see any improvement from that firmware, but you're still getting a good range without interference, being able to fly smoothly, capturing decent quality, which is more than enough. But now let's switch over. I'm just going to have a quick show you, if you haven't seen it before, the FPV mode on this drone. Now what this does is the gimbal follows the movement of the aircraft, so it's a bit like when you're in the air on a plane. So as you turn, the gimbal will turn as well. So it's not going to be really smooth, but it gives that element of flight. You can use goggles on other drones, which you unfortunately can't on this drone yet, hopefully soon. But as you turn, you'll see now that the gimbal also rotates as well. In sports mode, it's really good fun. So if you look now, I'm actually going to go to the right hand side, but the gimbal's also turning to the right, and it looks completely different from the normal follow mode on the drone. So it's really good fun. If you've not tried it, go and have a try out with this. I'm not going to show too many clips. I will be going in depth on a new video. I don't want to make you too dizzy today, but it's a lot of fun. And that's what this drone's all about, fun. It's really good to be able to pick up. You can now see the difference in follow mode. It's a lot slower and smooth, more cinematic. So for filming footage, you want follow mode, but really good fun that. Anyway, let's now look at the wind warning. Are we going to get any wind warning messages? So let's push this up in height because it is windy today, as you saw from that message before. At 150 meters, it's 26-mile-an-hour gusts, which is really strong for this drone. But as you can see now, the drone is up to 100 meters and we've got no wind warning messages. When this drone first came out, it was hampered with loads of wind messages constantly, but since the firmware updates, this has been improved significantly and it is so good now in the wind. Look at this now, at over 110 meters in height, there was no wind warning messages. Absolutely incredible. This drone now is so strong in the wind. Also, the actual from before, the transmission interference in this area, and I've had no dropouts, no wind warning messages. It's managed to capture decent footage. We've zoomed in and been nosy on that boat. Really nice footage today in really windy conditions. Excellent. Unfortunately, that's nothing to moan about. It's been a successful flight and it shows you that Ocusync and the improvement on the wind warning messages, excellent. So I think this drone, although the signal is around about the same, but it's still excellent. That wind resistance is even better and something which we needed, and we've got it. So thanks very much DJI for improving that wind capability of this drone. I hope you found that helpful. If you haven't bought one, go and buy one. What are you waiting for? This is an absolute excellent drone until the DJI MINi 3 comes out, which I'm hoping it will be this year. I'm going to be doing a video on what my wish list is on that, and I hope you agree. But thanks so much for watching. Give it a like and a subscribe. Comment down below. I'll answer all questions and we'll see you next time. Take care guys. Bye.